All right, look, ladies, y'all need to listen to this, okay? Y'all need to open your ears, okay? And don't respond, okay? Listen, don't say nothing. Just listen, all right? The lady, she's gonna say the obvious things you want to say on your behalf, but just hear us fellas out. Hear me out, hear the brother out. I don't know the name of their podcast. Please drop it in the description. Cause Chance Green, is this from his page? All right, so the name of his podcast is the Staying Focused with Chase Green podcast. So listen, I'll be linking it in the description box down below. Let's get into it.
Easier. I think a lot of women don't understand that, and their dynamic between a man and themselves, that they're takers a lot of the time. So that's another reason I don't want to hang out with you, because I'm always in the red when I'm hanging out with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not even like a pleasurable experience. Like, oh my God, I'm always got a man, I'm always got a, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing that would make me look at a woman is like different, and like put her in a different is her willingness to try to save me money. Yes, sir.
Bro. So listen. Like, when I first seen this clip online, bro, and this is the part I wanted to get to. Like, I was like, yeah, I met a chick that was like that. She was saving me bread or whatever. But like I'm just gonna be completely transparent and honest, all right? Because the situation's old, it's dead. Like, I'm gonna talk about it. I don't give a fuck. So with her, like me and her, we met up, you know what I'm saying? We had been knew each other. And we met up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I paid for dinner, she was paying for dinner, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. You know what I'm saying? I bought drinks, she had bought drinks, like it was cool. We was good. We were going back and forth. Or at least so I thought. So I thought. I thought we were good. But then it turns out, you know what I'm saying? She was like, she wanted me to carry the full weight of it. And it just so happened that the month that we did that, we met up, like it was a bad 2 months for me. And I knew it was gonna be bad before I even, like, when I met her, I knew it was gonna be bad, but I had just re-met her and I didn't feel comfortable like telling her, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, I ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? I just let her, like, pick up the tab and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But when we had that conversation, I finally told her or whatever, she was still like popping off, going off on me for whatever it was, right? And I guess, at the end of it all, like, she wanted me to, like, come, like, chase up behind her, but like she had already popped off at me and said I was a bum and said, you know what I'm saying, like, called me out my name, all this other stuff. So I just wasn't hearing it no more. Like, I was just like, all right, cool. Well, we up out of here. But I can then say on the flip side, you know what I'm saying, and I enjoyed, like, our month together because it was only like 30 days. That was the craziest part. Like, we only had we went on 1, 2, 3. We went, but we were hanging out kind of tough. Like, in that 30 days, like, I was seeing her often, and what she didn't know was, like, I was taking leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was doing stuff to make sure, excuse me, that I was available for her. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted her to know that she mattered to me and that, you know what I'm saying, like, I cared. I helped her move, all this stuff, like, because I wanted to be there for her. Like, I had real feelings for her. It's just that I wasn't in a as far as me goes, there were other things, you know what I'm saying, like, especially like financial, like, that I could have been in a better place. And a lot of that was me, like, doing, like, if it was around the time I was doing all those interviews, because I was like, you know what I'm saying, like, you got to get the space, you got to pay the videographer, editing, all that other stuff. Like, I was coming out of pocket bread, like, I was coming out of money, and normally when I'm by myself, yeah, I'm straight. But when you start multiplying things by two, I just wasn't mathematically, she wasn't in my equation. I didn't budget for her. I wasn't prepared to insert her into my life. And the only lesson I really learned from that was to just be a bit more upfront. Like, I might just I just got to come off the cuff with it. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I got this and this, you know what I'm saying? These are my priorities right now, blah, 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 blah. And maybe the next month we can, like, get into our bag. But then on the flip side of that, I have women like he's talking about where they just like, oh, well, why don't you want to kick it? Why don't you want to da 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 da? Because, Like I'm always having to shovel out money. Like I don't want to spend no money on you like that. Like what are we talking about? Like I don't want to spend like that on you at all. Like, and it's not even. I guess I should change my verbiage. I don't want to spend the money in general. Okay. And I damn sure don't want to spend it on you because I got to spend at least a portion on myself. And even if I ate the cheapest thing on the menu, which is normally the chicken, and then I get myself a drink, or even if I don't drink, let's say I just get water, I'm still down like $20 off myself and whatever it took me to get there. Like, come on. And then you gonna order some shit like I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? And then a lot of women, y'all go quick to say, I'm like, oh, you bro, blah blah blah. Like, if you ain't got it, then you shouldn't be dating. Like, no, no, no. It's the constant, it's the consistency of always having to spend. You know what I mean? It's not the fact that I have to spend. It's the fact that I always have to spend. And there's not even a cognitive like thought about, let me look out for this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at me like I'm another human being. Like, yes, I'm supposed to take care of you. But also as a woman, you're supposed to take care of me too. Anyway, but I'll say this. I'll say that. I'll save all of that to say this. If a woman really like you, she gonna spend some money. Plain as that. You ain't gotta ask her.
So like I give you an example, like we go out, you gotta get it. Yeah. I may still get it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you go. Yeah. I don't know. But you know, because she's considerate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made a mental note. Yeah. She fuck with me. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I fuck with her. Yeah. But when you just cool, and you're not really considerate of me, so I probably won't want to hang around you. Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? After a little bit, I'm expecting you to try to be a little bit considerate of me. You know, trip lemon drop. Trip lemon drop. Went to the liquor store.
Bro, like, and that thing too, like, oh, let's go out for drinks. Let's go out for drinks. Like, do we really have to? Do we really have to go outside and get drinks? A bottle and just chilling in the crib is just fine. Like, us just kicking it in the crib is just fine. Us whipping up some food in the kitchen and drinking a bottle. Like, by the time you order 2 drinks, okay, 2 drinks each, that's 2 bottles. That's 2 bottles. Maybe just one, depending on what you buy. Could be just one. But normally, if you're at a one of those higher end restaurants or you're going to a bar, and like normally in California, like normally drinks start at like 15. Like there's a couple of places like I found there in LA that they got some cheap, strong drinks. But at the same time, most of the like regular places, especially like restaurant included, because women they be wanting to eat out too. Like when you go out to drink. Like the drinks are normally like $15, $17. So somewhere between I'll say this 13 to like $20, right? That times 4 puts you at what is that? 52 to $80 on just drinks alone. And then you know they gonna tax you. The tax is crazy. Like we could have just the alcohol tax is crazy. We could have just drunk at the crib. 52 to $80. We ain't even ate food yet. We just 2 drinks in a piece. Like, come on. And then you want the regular occurrence. Get the fuck out of here. And most people ain't fucking rich like that. Most people ain't. They ain't. All right? They ain't. They ain't.
Went to the liquor store. Bottle. And then the ill shit of it is because we know financially it's just stupid. It's not about somebody being broke. It's just stupid. Like we can really, if you really just want to drink, we can really just get a bottle. Come on, like you know what I'm saying? Why are we getting $20 drink, $20 drink? We already bought the bottle.
See, he just re-emphasized what I said. Listen, I said everything I gotta say. Y'all make sure y'all go tap in with his podcast. His podcast is pretty cool, bro. His podcast is pretty cool. Make sure you tap in with him. Yeah, that's it, man. y'all need to be more considerate, women. Be more considerate. That's it. That's all. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm up out of here. Peace.